fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name's Carolyn Wellman, and this is how I came to Toastmasters. Now, the reason I wanted to tell this personal story is because I first heard about Toastmasters when I was in college. And like many of you, I was terrified to give presentations in school. And then later, when I got into the workforce, giving PowerPoints gave me the sweats. It was awful. And you think that would have been my clue to join Toastmasters to improve my confidence level. But no. Time goes by, and at one of the companies I was with, we got laid off. And part of that was an outplacement program, and we went to a group similar to this. We all sat around giving our personal experiences and what we were hoping for the future, and they helped us polish our resume and get us ready for job interviews. Very important to be able to comfortably speak. They asked us to introduce ourselves. Most people stood up, looked at the floor, mumbled something. One fella stood up. Hi, I'm so-and-so from this place, and I'm the president of my local Toastmasters. I thought, oh, that's what I need. I should be going to Toastmasters. No. And I could see the confidence. He probably got a job instantly. I think he did. And I didn't join. Then I did something foolish. I wrote a book that got myself on TV. I found myself one morning at 6:30 at the CTV studios on Canada AM, which doesn't exist anymore, in front of, 2 million people watching, in front of Seamus O'Regan, who's now a politician somewhere in the east coast of Canada, asking me questions, and I felt like a deer in headlights. I thought, oh my goodness, if I don't join Toastmasters now, I'm done. So I signed up reluctantly. You think I would be enthusiastic to join. No. I still did not like the idea of speaking in public. But I didn't have a choice. I didn't want to look like a fool on television anymore. So I started. And the first speech that you give is something called the icebreaker. And you just tell about yourself. Something we all know a little bit about. It's not like I had to do any research. I read it. It was not very good. That's okay. Just keep coming back. It's like any skill, right? Most of us, when we start riding a bike, did we just get on and do the Tour de France? No, we fell down, got up, and pretty soon then we're like, hey, I can do this. Just like Toastmasters. And I kept coming back. The second speech, I had on cue cards all my points. And I dropped them in the middle of the speech. I was so nervous I was shaking. Tip, number your cue cards if you choose to use them, because then I didn't know what order my speech was in. Wasn't great. And I kept coming back and coming back and coming back. And the confidence built. And I've never left. I have been a Toastmaster now for 18 years. And I think to myself, what if I had joined the first time I'd heard about Toastmasters when I was in college? My entire career would have been different. The trajectory of my life would have completely changed. But is it Confucius that says the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago, and the second best time to plant a tree is right now? Well, I can't go back 40 years. Oop, am I dating myself? 40 years and plant that tree. But I did finally plant it, and now I'm in the shade of an 18-year-old tree, and it feels wonderful. You could take me right now and stick me at a conference, and somebody wouldn't show up, and they go, oh my gosh, Carolyn, can you get up and talk for 20 minutes on anything in front of 1,000 people? And I could do it. Right off the cuff. The confidence builds, and you're not afraid to talk to anybody, because guess what? I've never had tomatoes thrown at me. We did check all their pockets before they came to the meeting, right? I've never been hissed or booed. And all I have gotten is people lifting me up. And I also learn from my fellow Toastmasters. So if another person is giving a speech and someone else is giving them an evaluation, they might give them a tip to grow on. And I'd be like thinking to myself, that's a good tip. I should be doing that too. So not only do you grow from your own experience, you grow from all the other members here, which I did not expect when I joined. The other thing I did not expect when I joined was what Debbie had mentioned at the beginning. We're all volunteers, and she's the current president, and she's also leading this meeting. So we take turns in the leadership roles of the meeting. And it also gives us skills that I didn't expect to have. I was terrified when I ran my first meeting. At one point, I thought I was going to faint. I just stood there like, you okay? I'm like, yeah. And now any one of us that have been here for any length of time could jump in and run the meeting if someone's unable to attend for whatever, last minute reason. And it gives us confidence that we don't expect. So I know if some of you are not comfortable here, believe me, I was you longer ago than I'd like to admit. And trust me when I say, keep coming back, because this will build a confidence in you that you didn't even know you had. And you can do things that you didn't even know you could do, because the confidence doesn't just stay in this room. It permeates your whole life. And so I challenge each and every one of you to please keep coming back.